Yeah, top G of broke internet.
Mods, do predictions. Who's gonna win? xQc.
Well, I don't think
Tate?
I don't really feel, my friend, like I'm compelled to justify myself to you. If I
Can we
give
start with introductions first? Where are you from? What country?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh shit.
This whole panel feels strange. I don't know.
I'm trying to pinpoint the accent.
Is that Shane?
The energy is tense.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
South
kinda like,
African?
it's kind of like I've walked into a police interview. You know, it's weird.
That's
And
what I'm
it's-
saying. That's why I said to Aiden, I said, be careful when you bring him in. He might feel like he's getting ambushed.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because obviously Twitch is an online community, right? But I live in the real world. I'm not from this internet world. And in the real world, you talk to people, especially people who can destroy you, with respect. You say, "Oh, Andrew, can you please introduce yourself?" You don't come and say, "Hey, bro," like it's just an internet. It's weird.
Wait, what do you mean by destroy? Like, what do you
You
mean
mean
by
like beat his ass or
like if
Excuse
you
me?
mentally destroy?
Men go through life and talk to each other with respect. I think that's how men
gonna have to start
interact
kicking
with each
people,
other.
chat.
Is that Shane that asked him where you
Why
from?
don't you say that a respect between two men would be not making me be formal, and you would just understand what I mean, right?
I
You would
think-
just get what
no,
I mean, right?
I think
When I
that
say,
being
"Yo, man,
polite-
where are you from?"
I
Like,
think
you're
that
gonna say,
being
"Hello,
polite-
sir. Can you please tell me where you're from, sir?" Is that what you need?
No, I think that being polite and being formal is
I
something you
think
do.
I was being polite. I softened my voice and I said, "Hey, man, where are you from?" Try and pinpoint the accent.
Okay, well, that's not how it sounded. It said, "Hey, stop! Tell me where you're from." So
So I have a deep voice, so people take it the wrong way very often.
Yeah, it's a thing. He gets people getting real mad at him for that.
just some advice for the real world. Anyway,
I have, believe me, I have 1 foot in the real world, brother.
only one.
Only one.
I-
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I'm half British, and I am half American. That's why the accent is.
It's like South American.
No, American.
South
American.
America?
Yo, chat, chill,
Okay,
bro.
so you
I'm
were
not
born
kicking
in
train.
He
America?
said South
I was
American.
born in the United Kingdom, but I've been back and forth between the two countries my whole life.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Okay,
that's
Okay,
introduction.
okay,
Introduction. Andrew Tate is my name. Everybody, nice to meet you all.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm Felix. He called me X.
Okay, Felix.
My name's
So-
Tyler. You can call me Train.
I'm Silky, just Silky.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
also American.
Remember everything.
I'm also very.
I
didn't know
Aiden
Trainer was in
messaged
on
me and
this.
said, "Andrew, quickly wake up! Someone disagrees with you." That's what
Okay, good, a good introduction because that's it. That's how it is.
who disagrees with me and on what?
I think at least me, I think I disagree with most things, but I don't know about Train though. I don't think he knows you that much. All I saw is a couple clips of you, and I didn't want to like Wikipedia whole search. I wanted to take the arguments and the takes for what they are, and not with like where they come from or whatever. Just straight up face value. That's what you get.
You have something specific you disagree with me on?
Oh yeah, most of your women takes are bad.
Yeah, but you have to be specific because the burden of proof is on you. So,
Oh no,
If-
literally most of them.
oh yeah, but you can't say literally most of them. This is a court of law, my friend. We have a judging panel and everything. You have to come along with
Okay,
a take that you disagree with and give your argument as to why it's not true. You can't just
Woman
say,
can't drive.
woman can't drive was one of them. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
So you don't think that men are overall better drivers than women?
No,
So when you see
He
the
doesn't
worst
drive.
parking you've ever seen in your life, you don't think it's more likely to be a female.
Yo.
It's just as equally likely to be a
Yo,
man in
he
your
is
view.
crazy, bro.
when I see oh yeah, exactly what you just said. It. Yes.
Then that's your opinion. What's the argument?
Well, like I said, it's not. It doesn't have to be an opinion, right? That's your anecdotal evidence, which is like
He
kind of a
doesn't even
bias,
drive
right?
himself
Like,
around.
when
It's
you
so
want to
hilarious.
bring out things like woman can't drive, you're gonna go with stats, and your stats are off. You're just wrong about them.
No, everyone is firstly, when you talk about biases, absolutely everybody is biased to their own personal experiences, right? If I had been in 5 car crashes and all 5 of them were driven by women by coincidence, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to believe that
Yo.
women are less capable.
Yo.
And
we're
then
all-
because okay,
So
fair
we're all
enough.
biased. To sit here and pretend you're not
Yo.
biased and you're beyond biases is bullshit.
Okay.
We're all biased.
Okay, and then like a natural, good, educated human being, you're probably gonna go on the internet and find some study that maybe you're right about it, and then you're gonna figure out that you're wrong.
Study. Oh yeah, the internet study. Oh, why didn't I think of just following the internet study and not
You're
think
right, because we could have gone fucking Tate's
my own
experience
personal
instead.
experience?
Bro,
Why don't I ignore all my own personal experience and obey the internet study and get my 5th injection and just do everything the internet says?
You're
In
right.
my personal experiences, females
Is that
are not as
better,
capable
chat?
of driving as males. That's my personal experience. You can't come along and tell me that's not true. So, and I don't give a shit.
Whoa.
Study.
So
So
next time
again,
we have
you're
a problem with science or some shit or physics, why go to the internet or talk to some experts? Let's go with ask Tate's experience on it, and we'll have the answer to it, right? You
That's-
fucking. Sorry. Sorry, no insults. That was just I got unhinged. Sorry for that.
It's fine. That's what
You
Twitch
fucking-
does to people. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's pretty true.
Conversation would be very different in person.
Well, that part's not true for me at least.
That's the internet, but that's fine. That's
Trent's
the
trying to
internet.
be so
Well,
mad in front of them.
my personal experiences dictate to me, as all of your personal experiences dictate to you, certain realities about the earth. And in my personal experience, every car crash I've been in, every time my car's been hit, the worst parking I've ever seen has always been by a female. Now, I'm not saying females are bad people. I'm saying they're better than men at other things.
Okay.
Men have, but if you want to talk about internet studies, because you seem to believe internet studies for some reason, even though you can give me lies, you can give me big lies, you can give me statistics.
Don't dish Gallups. They one topic at a time.
No, studies are the biggest lies on earth. But if you want to talk about studies, it's been proven that females do not have the same kind of spatial awareness that men have. They do not have the reaction times that men have. They've not evolved. This has been studied and found. You want to talk about studies? They have
And
not.
yet males cause more crash accidents on the road than women.
Cool. So we have
So they have less tools to you in studies. Yet they cause more accidents, but according to your experience, they cause more accidents. So you're right. So you are right.
Correct. And so we have studies that conflict. And in my personal experience, I feel safer when a man is driving me than if a woman is driving me. That's my personal experience. If you want to sit here hoping that if you keep saying women can drive, you might get a girl, that's your decision. But in my personal experiences, that's not the case. I don't know why we're going to sit here and argue about it.
Perfect. Then in that case, then what you're saying is that since you're such a smart being, if you go to the casino and there's 60% red squares and 40% black ones, right? 60-40, you should bet on the 40% black ones because that's how you're going to make money. According to your analysis of these stats, right?
I don't truly understand the analogy.
And it's simple. It's very simple. Like I just said, according to your interpretation
I didn't get it
of
either,
the
chat,
stats
I'm
on
gonna
the
be
internet
honest.
or whatever, right? You would bet on the 40% outcome instead of 60%, and you're saying this is a good bet.
Oh, bro, I know, and I mean this with respect. I know the internet is your life, right? I don't use the internet for stats when I get into a car with a bitch. I don't go and go, okay, well, she's blonde. Let me look up the blonde chicks. Can they drive? Da-da. I get in a car and I look at her driving and go, and this bitch can't drive. That's what I do, right? And any man who's honest with himself has been in the car with a chick who's driving on some wild ass, crazy, texting on her phone, risking everyone's life. Every man knows I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
I know you can't say it. Okay. You don't want to get
The
canceled.
problem here is it feels like xQc is trying too hard to like. In this, he's just trying too hard. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Blah blah. You just sit here and say when you get in a car with a girl, you look up an internet study first. Shut up. What are you talking about?
Bro, what are you talking about? A bad driver on the road that you can see is a bad driver. I don't give a fuck if they're old, if they're missing both fucking hands, if they're a guy, if they're white, they're black. I don't give a fuck. That person can't fucking drive. They can't fucking drive. I don't say, oh, I'm gonna go to the study or I'm gonna do this with Andrew Tate. They can't fucking drive. Let me brake a little bit and fucking change lane, yo. You know I don't have a license, but yeah.
I'm gonna interject real quick into this one-on-one here, okay? Do all of you guys remember the example I gave about real life or like the real world versus the internet world?
Yeah.
Well, the example I gave about the word slut. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
I think I had that take exactly on point. In the real world, like I think when Andrew says what he's saying, right? Like, you know, the people get around like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? But in the internet world, everyone's very, very, very they're very exact, right? So when Andrew says women are bad drivers, the internet assumes that he's saying all women are bad drivers, women are terrible, women are fucking less than, right? So it just depends here. Are you talking like the real world talking where we understand what you're saying? Like when a rapper says all these girls are hoes, right? We know he's not saying all women are hoes. We know what he's talking about. When you go to the party, that one chick that's sleeping with all the dudes is a hoe, right? We get that comparison. But we know he's not saying that. So the
Trent really likes Tate here, huh?
Are you talking with the context of the real world only, where you're kind of just making that generalization, but you don't actually mean the generalization? Do you understand what I'm saying? Or are you? That's my point is right now Tate is in his, you know, it's the inception of it, right, on the internet from the real world. So
then
that's the
tell me how he is. Then tell me how it is. Say Tate. I think you are a bad communicator of your takes, and you are bad at dialogue. It's
not a bad communicator.
Tell him then.
I'm not saying there's not a female on the planet.
He's saying all women are bad drivers, women are terrible, women are fucking less than, right? So it just depends here. Are you
Then-
talking like the real world talking where we understand what you're saying? Like when a rapper says all these girls are hoes, right? We know he's not saying all women are hoes. We know what he's talking about. When you go to the party, that one chick that's sleeping with all the dudes is a hoe, right? We get that comparison, but we know he's not saying that. So the real question here is, are you talking with the context of the real world only, where you're kind of just making that, you're making
It's
that
lagging.
generalization, but you don't actually
Which I
mean the
lag.
generalization? Do you understand what I'm saying? Or are you actually a sexist? That's what the question
no.
is.
That's a very good question, and it's very professionally asked. So I like the way you've asked it. It's very
Thank you.
professional.
Thank you.
No, you're completely and utterly correct. The way the rapper says that all women are hoes is an absolutely perfect analogy. I'm not saying there's not a female on the planet who can't drive a car. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general, if every man was honest with himself, if you were to ask him, what's the worst driving you've ever seen? What's the most uncomfortable you've ever been in a car? What's the worst parking you've ever seen? If you were to ask him and he was honest and he wasn't on the internet worried about getting canceled or trying to be correct or looking up statistics or any dumb shit, he'd probably say, I was in the car with this chick once and she nearly killed me. That is not saying women are bad creatures. I'm not saying all women drive that way. It doesn't mean that I don't think females should have a right to drive, etc. I'm saying in general, I think that men have faster reaction times. We are more interested in cars. We enjoy driving more. We pay more attention than women do. That is my experience.
So to hop in real quick, okay, the reason I could kind of predict that, Aiden and everyone else in here, is because I went through the same thing. I came from the real world, okay, and I had the 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing. It's why the people I got along with most were Call of Duty players, right? Because they had the same experiences as me. We partied, we went out, we had the college life, we had the club life, and we gamed, right? So I understood that lingo, but I got in a lot of trouble for it, right? If you look at my speeches, I got banned. People said I'm sexist, misogynistic, because I spoke in that exact way. I assumed people were intelligent enough to understand the context in which I was saying these things. But the internet is not like that. The internet applies the worst case scenario, the worst possible context, and they will drill you for it.
Tren, you're fighting ghosts. You're fighting ghosts. Nobody's saying that right now. We're not in that right now. We're talking. Like,
this is why I could predict that he is talking in the real world on the internet. That's the issue. That's the disconnect.
You know, Tren, I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna say, you know whose fault that is? That is your fucking fault. I know why? Because you're a bad communicator. If you can't communicate your thought properly, so people understand it for what it is,
now I
then
can.
you are lacking skill in communication to make your point what it actually is. That is your problem.
Real quick.
That's your problem.
Real quick. I want to respond to that. Then take and go in.
Oh.
X, as you know now, I communicate very well. Now,
You're probably
when I make my speeches or when I make my points, I don't just explain the real world side. I explain the 1,700 different possible worlds it could be analyzed in, it could be perceived as, it could be perceived in. I explain it in every way possible because I have a platform now on the internet. So now I've become a better communicator, and I explain in every context. So yeah, that's my point is right now Tate is in his, it's the inception of it, right, on the internet from the real world. So
then
that's the disconnect.
tell me how he is. Then tell me how it is. Say,
God didn't know. Then we lost.
I think
we lost all our
you are
balances.
a bad communicator of your takes, and you are bad at dialogue. Say
It's
like
not
it
a
is,
bad communicator.
Tell him. Fucking tell him then.
X, it's not a bad communicator. What it is it's an unawareness of the internet type of person. You understand?
just
When you're never on the
chilling.
internet, you don't know. Like, I didn't know people like this existed. You understand? I didn't know they existed. So you can't fathom to even have the possible world to explain something in a way.
Okay.
Or maybe he is aware, but he just doesn't give a fuck.
Okay.
Maybe that's the case.
Then, Trent, if you make a statement and you say women can't drive, okay, it doesn't matter what your audience is, right? It is a blanket statement.
Have you seen Nick Pullum's poll? Nick Pullum's poll on Funniest Streamer. Do you know why that is? Because when I'm in person, I make jokes like that. I go, must be a woman driver that caused that accident. I make jokes like that. Do I think all women? No, women are better drivers than I am. I'm a shit driver as a man. These
are joke in context, yeah. But if you make a statement and you're
that's
serious
why I'm asking
alone,
is he just making that generalized kind of stereotypical joke, or is he truly a sexist? That's what I'm asking. I asked him. He said no. He said he's not a sexist. He's making that generalized joke statement.
Okay. Then when you don't have a dialogue with somebody and it's a monologue and you're alone and you go on camera and you say, women can't drive it without no precision, without no saying, without going down the list of wives.
It's pretty I feel, I don't know. I feel like for me, maybe because I'm like more of like the train, like older, and I get things like sarcasm and stuff. It seems to me like this whole thing is going over XQC's head. I think this Tate guy is purely um just making just trolling when he says shit like that. I think he's literally, oh my god, Bitcoin's pumping right when I lost all that Bitcoin. God damn it. That's so unlucky, dude. You know what I mean? You're from Romania. You about what Tate and how he makes his money, etc. He didn't platform. I mean, I heard he had like webcam models or something, cam girls and other stuff. I don't know. And he owns parts of casinos.
The joke, whatever the fuck. You think it's a good thing? You think
No,
you're being a good
listen,
communicator?
here's the
You
part-
go and
Does
say
he owe that?
women
Does he
cannot
owe that?
drive.
part where I
End
think
the
Tate is
segment.
wrong. No, here's the part.
XQC, does he owe
Here,
that?
wait. I got a response.
Hold
He's
up.
talking to me. I have a responsibility.
I
Just
got-
trust
got.
me here.
It's not a
I
pump.
apologize for interrupting you, but
No,
just
you
hear
good,
me
you
out here,
good.
okay? X. Yeah, I believe. Listen, I don't think he has the experience on the internet yet to understand why he is in the wrong to make. I think there's a dramatization, right? I think he is intelligent and is aware of what he's doing. It's a dramatization for these dumb fucks in the chat that sit there and say, fuck yeah. It's a dramatization factor.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all
Hey,
it
Train,
is.
let's run an
So
exercise.
for that, I
Say
think
a
it's
statement
wrong.
like that, but instead replace.
that, I think it's wrong.
Hey, Train.
For that, I agree with
Train.
you, X.
Okay. Then if you're ready to prove your own point, then right about the
Yeah.
severity of it, how
Yes.
about you make a same statement for the same topic or another one about black people? Go ahead. Do it now. Do it.
But why
What do you-
would we do that?
I made that point earlier. I made that point earlier about the consistency argument.
I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. If it's not bad because it's a joke because it's
I didn't say it's not
it's
bad.
a woman joke.
I said the dramatization of the too far jokes is for the dramatization to get
Go
people
further.
in.
Say
that
what
point is wrong.
was it? Wasn't the whole? There wasn't always there like a stereotypical. I don't believe this stereotype at all. I just want to make it clear. But wasn't there always a stereotype about like Asian female drivers being worse drivers than the average driver or average woman driver or something like that? Like this is like saying Asian people are good at math. Like it's a stereotypical. Doesn't mean it's right. It's not. It's just a generalization, almost a troll. Like you know what I mean? Arabs probably have one. Indians have one. Like we all have. Every gender and every race has something.
And I do have a consistency. You ask Nick Poland, in front of him, I make those jokes. I make all kinds of jokes about everything and everyone. Believe that. You ask Nick
Okay.
Poland, he'll go live right now and say, I do. I
Okay,
do.
X, why don't you ask Tate if you would say that about a race or something like that? A generalization like that
Facts,
about a
Rage.
joke
Take
about a
over,
race
Rage.
or ethnicity or
Rage is
something.
being an alpha right now.
Hey, listen.
You could have asked me now.
Let's understand my
Your
ethnicity.
question.
Let him
So
talk.
I'm half black, half white, right? That's my ethnicity.
Wait,
so we
he
understand my
is?
ethnicity.
I didn't
I
know
made
that.
a joke an hour ago with one of my cousins because half my family's black, half my cousin's white, and he said he wanted to go free diving. It's where you dive down in the water and you go deep with no.
Oh, he
scuba
just says
equipment with
about
sharks, some shit. And I said, bro, that's what white people do. That shit. I'm too brown for that. I'm not going with the sharks. I just made a joke. There. Oh no, cancel me. Who gives a fuck? When I make a statement, bro, listen, when I make a statement, maybe you do. Maybe you have all the fucking time in the world to sit on the internet, my friend. But when I make a statement, I don't have time to say,
XQC is
in
so
my
offended.
personal experience, I don't believe women can drive. However, I understand that some women can drive, and I'm not saying all women can't drive, and I know women who can drive.
So Studer at the beginning of this, Studer told me XQC kind of bodies him or something like, or wins the arguments. But I'm saying right now, Studer, if you're on XQC's side here, you're like part of the problem here of like taking things too serious, because the people like X in the way, I don't know if X is normal. Like, I don't know X personally. I've talked to him multiple times, but we've never had like a one-on-one private conversation. But if this is, well, yeah, I know. I'll watch more of it for sure. I'm not gonna judge it. I'm just saying, he seems right off the bat like he's taking shit too serious. When I think Tate's whole persona is more of like a joke. Like he just does it to get a rise out of people. And I think Tate's literally there just to like, I don't know if he sells something. I don't know if he makes money off it. He's probably making some sort of like, there's probably some sort of money he's making off acting this way. you know. But even if it wasn't a joke, even if this is how Andrew Tate feels, right? This is all his opinion that he's broadcasting to the world. Here's my opinion on everything. Here's my opinion on women. Here's my opinion on this, on that. It's like there's no real, like, you can't argue an opinion, really. If he feels this way, you can feel another way, but you can't force him to change his opinion on something. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep watching.